Hey, what's up everybody? It's Thursday on Genderqueer Chat. This week's topic is a free week. I guess that's not really a topic, it's just this week is a free week. So I am going to cover last week's topic because I didn't make a video last week, and I apologize for that. I was having a really bad week. So last week's topic was harassment and mockery and how do you deal with such things. In terms of my gender identity, as it is in the last, sort of few years, like probably the last 5 years or so, I haven't really had, people harass me or mock me for my gender identity. I have had people periodically have made comments that might be a little bit, thoughtless, just people have said little things, about, the way that I look, that were not done with the intention of, making me feel bad or anything, so I don't consider that, harassment or mockery. This would include things like, commenting that I don't have anything to, fill the front of my pants and stuff like that. If I'm wearing men's jeans and they're kind of baggy up in the front and stuff, just stuff like that. And it's not done with if it's not done, with the intention of, being mean or hurtful or scaring me or anything like that, I don't consider it, harassment or mockery. I just consider it, somebody, probably not, thinking a whole, about how I would feel before they open their mouth. So, that, you just deal with it. I just deal with it. I have experienced quite a bit of harassment in my lifetime. Tends to be more, or tended to happen a lot when I was a teenager and a sort of early adulthood, the first sort of, up until maybe 21, 22, that kind of thing. So the reason I used to get harassed a lot was because I am a female-bodied person who, looked female and who is really tall, and I used to be really thin, and I used to have, really long hair, and it just, the harassment I got was, as a female, being a, female person, and this is the kind of harassment that, has unfortunately become, sort of normal for us, for this culture. It's become normal for, people who, for a female-bodied person to walk down the street and somebody to lean out the window and, whistle and... Sorry, my dog is scratching and the collar is making a lot of noise. Come on. Sorry. So for somebody, for a female-bodied person to walk down the street and people to, whistle and whatever from out of the car, or for, female-bodied person, one or two, walking down the street for, a group of men to kind of surround them and, try to, pick them up, but it's intimidating and scary, and it's hard to, when you say no and they don't leave you alone, it gets frightening, and that I consider total harassment. I consider somebody, yelling out of the car window to be harassment. I consider, people, not taking no for an answer to be harassment. Luckily, that doesn't really happen much to me anymore. It happened, I think the last time it happened, well, no, in the last year, it's happened, twice, and it was, just some guy, just whistling and, saying, oh, hey, gorgeous, hey, you, girly, calling me girly, first of all. I want to punch him, worse for calling me girly than for being, like, such a disrespectful asshole. And, like, trying to get my attention. I just walked on, like, pretended I was deaf, like, just didn't register, just kept walking. Yeah, that's sort of how I deal with things now. When I was a teenager, though, I would get angry, like really, really angry, like teenager and early adult years. I would get angry, I would give people a finger, I would, like, yell at people, I'd, like, you know, tell them to go fuck themselves, I'd, what did I do? One time I threw a bagel. I was eating, like, a bagel and cream cheese, and I, like, chucked it at the car. Another time, some guy was, like, parked in his car, and I was drinking an ice cap, which is, you know, iced coffee. Quiet! Sorry. Yeah, so I was drinking an ice cap, and he was, like, in his parked car, kind of, like, making comments and stuff at me, like, through the car window, and I chucked my ice cap at his car, and window was open, and it kind of splashed, and then I got scared, and I ran away, and that is a very not good thing to do. I do not suggest doing that. But I think that a lot of the time, especially boys in our culture, they don't really know how intimidating it is and how demeaning and just really, you know, how they're, you know, treating, you know, female-bodied people like that is really disgusting. And, you know, it takes away from, you know, you're not treating them like a person, you're treating them like an object, you're, you know, putting that thing on them, and it just is completely, utterly fucking wrong and disgusting, and, yeah. So, yeah, now if that ever happens, I just keep walking and don't give it any thought. If somebody were to, you know, sort of harass me for my gender, which I've had people, I guess, call me a lesbian and stuff. Like, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I think I kind of, in a way, I'm just sort of happy that, you know, they can see that I'm a little different, I guess. Like, at least they're not calling me a girl, right? So, yeah. Anyway, that's kind of it for now. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.